A couple robbery movies today that you might want to get on your Netflix queue. One features men in suits and ties, the other men in scary nun masks. We'll start with the scary nun masks. Sounds more interesting. That's The Town, Ben Affleck's latest movie. Just got a chance to see it last night. Incredible. I'm beginning to think Ben Affleck may be the next Clint Eastwood. And what I mean by that is an actor who you would never expect to be an amazing director that somehow morphs in to this incredible director. Now, the reason I have to say that is because of not just this movie, The Town, but his other directorial movie, which I think was his debut, Gone Baby Gone. One of the best movies I've ever seen. Gone Baby Gone is a phenomenal movie. The Town is really good as well. It features a group of friends who rob banks, and I don't think that's giving too much away. That's kind of all over the previews, and how that affects their life. What I love about Ben Affleck in his movies is he paints characters that are real people with real flaws, and yet finds a way to allow you into their life in a way that you empathize with them, that you're rooting for them, not rooting for them to do bad, mind you, rooting for them to do the right thing, but even though they are bad people. It's really interesting the way he plays with right and wrong and with the characters in his movies, and I think at the end of the day comes away giving us really positive messages about what it means to do the right thing and what it means to be true, and the consequences of incorrect actions are all over his movies. He doesn't shy away from those. So The Town is one of those movies. It is rated R for very real reasons, just to say it that way. But definitely a movie that is well done, well crafted. And by the way, Ben Affleck puts in a great performance in this one. He wasn't in Gone Baby Gone. He directed his brother in that one, Casey Affleck. But in The Town, he does a great job. And Jeremy Renner, I mean, just what an actor, and he puts in a great performance here as well. And then Jon Hamm is in it as well, from Mad Men, who puts in a decent performance. I don't think Hamm's performance stands up to Affleck and Renner's, but puts in a good performance as kind of the head guy at the FBI, just trying to catch these bank robbers. So well plotted, some twists and turns in the movie, and I think one worth watching. And Ben Affleck, definitely a guy worth watching as far as the movies he continues to direct. The other robbery movie is actually a documentary, not about bank robberies, but about robberies by banks, so to speak. It's called The Inside Job, and I think it won Best Documentary for the Academy Awards this year. And The Inside Job is the most in-depth and detailed account of what has happened to the economy in this country over the past, we'll just say 10 years, over the past decade or so, as the collapse of the housing market, the collapse of the stocks, the collapse of other countries. Matt Damon narrates it and does a great job. I have to give the movie credit for being about something so blatantly educational, that feels so academic, and yet at the same time still being compelling and entertaining. The way they use pictures, the way they use interviews, the way they use graphs and graphics, it very much keeps you in tune with what they want you to see and what they need you to hear. In that regard, the movie does have a definite opinion on this thing. It's not trying to be impartial. It has a very partial, is that a word? A very partial opinion on what has happened with the economy, and isn't afraid to let you in on that. Having said that, I kind of agree with a lot of what they say, so maybe that affects the way I view the movie. But definitely one you want to see, even if you don't agree with the politics of it, which, you know, at the end of the day, having that conversation internally and externally is always a good thing. So The Inside Job, and if you're anything like me, you'll learn a ton about what our country has gone through economically and why the housing market happened, and really why I have a house in Michigan that I've been trying to sell for 5 years and probably won't be able to sell for another 10.